Hi there, my darling Sagittarians. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of January the 5th, 2026. So, my darling Sagittarians, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my tarot cards here and then finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what messages does Sagittarius need to know for the week of January the 5th, 2026? What messages does Sagittarius need to know? We got here solar plexus chakra. Yeah, the chakras have been coming up a little bit in these readings today, so I feel that that's important, that there's a lot of energy around that needs to center on everybody's chakras. So the solar plexus chakra is like right in, which you can't really see, but in your, under your, like, yeah, is your solar plexus chakra. So it's really your, where everything comes from, my darling Sagittarians. So, there could be that you need to just focus on that area. Is there any, energies? Is there anything going on with your stomach that isn't feeling good, or, that's feeling tight, that's feeling, just off, my darling Sagittarians? You may need to do some kind of solar plexus chakra healing. And there's plenty of them on YouTube, so look that up. But if you are feeling just that things are off for you, I would do that. I would definitely do some kind of solar plexus chakra type of healing. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Sagittarians. What messages does Sagittarius need to know for this week of January the 5th, 2026? What does Sagittarius need to know? Seven of Cups, Nine of Wands, yeah, and the Page of Swords. Alrighty. So this is what I feel is your burden at the moment, that you're feeling, why your solar plexus may be a bit tight, is that you're, feeling a bit wounded, like you can't go on type of thing. But anyway, we'll get into that. All right, my darling Sagittarians, what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together for you. So you start here with the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is all about being spoilt for choice. Some readers say it's the dream maker's torment, because there's just, you can see him looking up at these cups here and wondering, what do I choose? What do I bring down to earth? And that's what this card is all about, is, these are all, there's good things and bad things in these cups. And he needs to decide which one of these goals, wishes, dreams he wants to bring into the physical plane, my darling Sagittarians. And I feel that that has been, for you, this choosing, deciding what that is causing anxiety for you. It's causing, not physical pain, maybe it could be, though it could translate into physical pain, but just not a tight feeling, not knowing which direction you want to go, my darling Sagittarians, not knowing what choice to make, not knowing which one of these to bring into the physical plane, my darling Sagittarians. What I would say here is, have you been having dreams about certain, goals, wishes, dreams? Have you been dreaming about these things? Have you been thinking about them? Have you been seeing, signs, synchronicities, symbols, things like that? If so, trust those. Trust that whatever goal, wish, or dream it is that you want, if you've been getting signs and synchronicities and symbols about that, go with it. Trust it. Choose that. My darling Sagittarians. And pay attention to your dreams as well, is what I feel to say here. But I do feel you need to focus on one thing here and bring it into the physical realm. Because then you've got the Nine of Wands here. And this is all about, the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. You can see she's tried something 8 times here. She's got one last shot at it. Or she feels that she has one last shot at it. But it's that energy of feeling tired, of feeling that you've just been, going and going and going and not getting anywhere. Do not, my darling Sagittarians, give up 5 minutes before the miracle happens. It's coming for you. I feel that. I feel that, it's coming for you. But it's going to come in divine timing, is what I feel to tell you. It's not going to come because you just want it to, if that makes sense. I feel that, you're being encouraged not to give up, even though you feel that you're tired. You've put so much time and energy into this, whatever it is, goal, wish or dream, or it could even be a relationship, up to you. I don't feel too much that it's a relationship, but I do feel that there's some kind of goal, wish or dream that you've been trying to bring into the physical plane with that 7 of Cups. But it just seems that you keep getting roadblocked. Trust divine timing, my darling Sagittarians. Things haven't worked out for you because they're not meant to right now. Things will work out in their own divine timing. That's what I'm feeling off this 9 of Wands for you. Because then you've got the Page of Swords here. So you're being encouraged to, if you've been watching me for a while, the pages in the tarot are messengers. And I feel this little fella, he's coming in to spark your curiosity, to make you be curious about, maybe you've been focused on one goal, wish or dream, when maybe there's a different way or different tactic or different, maybe there's a different choice or a decision that you could make here, my darling Sagittarians. And you're so focused on one thing that you've been trying to do that you haven't realized that there is something else here, that maybe if you went this way, this is really, maybe you haven't realized that you've been blocked, or you haven't, the one thing that you've been wanting hasn't come into reality because it's not meant to. Maybe this thing over here that sparks your curiosity, maybe this is the direction you need to go. Maybe this is the choice or a decision that you need to make, my darling Sagittarians. So if that happens to you, trust that that is right. And you'll know it too, because once you start putting energy into a new direction and a new way to go, if things start to fall into place, you know that this was the right thing for you. You know that this was the way to go, my darling Sagittarians. So trust that, which I love for you. So yeah, if I'm going to put it all together, I just feel that you may be feeling tight in your solar plexus. So if that's the case, and it could be to do with you're anxious about this choice, decision, or whatever it is that you're been wanting to bring into the physical realm, and it's been hard for you. I feel it's been hard for you and it hasn't worked out because it's not meant to work out, my darling Sagittarians. I feel whatever goal, wish or dream it is that you've been wanting to bring in the physical realm isn't the right one for you. So you've been sort of blocked. Trust and look out for a spark of inspiration in a different direction and go with that, because I feel that will release this energy. That will release your solar plexus, and you'll know it because you'll start to feel good about it. And like I said, the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols, everything will start to fall into place. So yeah, that's what I feel for you coming in this week, my darling Sagittarians. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. I'm deciding whether I'm keeping this channel going this for how long this year. I'm going to keep it going because, you know, I'd love to be able to, my goal this year is to monetize this channel. So if you could help me out by, you know, watching the videos right to the end, it really does help my channel grow. It helps with my watch time, and that will help with monetizing. So, you know, if I can get it monetized, I'll keep it going, but I'm just not sure because it does take a lot of my time doing these readings. So if I'm not feel like I'm not getting anything back for it, I probably will just let it go and just concentrate on my private readings. But however, if you would like me to keep going, please help me out. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Sagittarians. Yeah, ask your angels. If you need guidance, ask your angels. That's what they're there for. Yep, there could be helpful people around you, and I feel that. And that could be that Page of Swords, that person that comes in to spark your curiosity in a different direction, my darling Sagittarians. Here it is, the golden opportunity. That is what I feel is going to come in from that Page of Swords. It is going to, like I said, you have been blocked on something because that hasn't been the right thing for you. This is going to be the right direction, opportunity, whatever that is for you, my darling Sagittarians. Yeah, you're ready, they say. Yes, you are, because there's something better. I mean, you can't make this up. The cards, I love it when the cards just speak to pretty much the whole reading, and that's what's happening here. You are being guided. You have been blocked in a direction because it isn't the one for you. Something's going to come in to spark your curiosity in a different direction, and you're being told to go with it, my darling Sagittarians. And I would encourage you to go with it. Love this for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.